Okay Phil, here we go. Show you what a real workshop looks like. That's a grinding, that's just by the window, going round, the TV. There's a vise which is actually mounted in the middle of the room. Go over there, the grinder in the corner, phone, blah blah blah. Lathe, compressor in the corner, and then onto my lovely tidy workbench. That's what a workman's workbench looks like. I'm only kidding you on. Right, now here we have a screw which is in a bit of a mess. This one here, this one's nice and coloured and all the rest of it. So the first thing, you need a nice screwdriver with a nice edge. What we'll do, we'll save that for another video. We'll do that. How to grind a screwdriver, which sounds trivial but it isn't. That is important. So we take that screw out, which is a mess. It's all burred, and the hole and the slot rather isn't very good. Get it in the vise. Here we are. Here, one vise. Just throw it in there. Tighten it up a bit, not too much. Come over here. One screwdriver. Ta-da! Little ball peen, £1/4 ball peen. Now, all you do is just knock in the burr from the slot back down, like so. Here we go. Easy peasy. Very, very simple. If you do it properly and you're careful, and literally you're not hitting it, you're just dropping it like that. Literally. If you hit it, you'll mark it. If you drop it, you'll just tap it back down into shape. Just let the weight of the hammer do it. Most people don't realise that. That's why you use a small hammer. It's like a golf club. You don't need to hit it hard, you just use the appropriate club. So that's that. So the next thing, we come over here to one of the myriad saws I've got on the thing, on my window. You just grab a little junior hacksaw, one of these. Now if you look at a junior hacksaw, the blade, it's rivelled. If you want a thin slot, you can just run that blade along a grind wheel to take the rivels off, and you've got a nice tight but sharp blade, as opposed to the rivelled one that you can see there. Anyway, put it in the slot and just very, very softly take it out so as it's nice and square. Don't lean on. This is another job where you let the actual blade do the work. Just trying to get decent. That's it. Let's feel. That's nice and smooth. Oh, it's lovely. Right. Next thing you've got to do is get yourself a piece of wood which is flat and long, a bit like that, and wrap your sandpaper around it. And all you're doing is just taking off some of the marks and taking off any residue burr. You're better using a nice flat piece of wood for this, because it just keeps the screw profile nice and flat. Now if you look at the screw, you might not be able to see it very well because this video camera is nothing special, but that should just about do it. There we go. Give it a blow. Right, so undo the vise, take the screw out. The next thing you're going to do is we need to colour it, which is what you were asking about. And there goes my brass base jaws on the floor. Right, so you need to colour that, which is just a nice little silver colour. So, get a small pair of pliers. Now when the flame goes on, you don't put the head of the screw right in the flame. If you put the head of the screw in, it will get too hot too quick, and you won't be able to see the colour coming through properly. You always take it so as really it's the shaft of the screw that's heating up and the colour runs up to the head. Now when it's hot, once it's done, you need one of these. It's a Teletubbies cup. Turn it into the light a bit. It's a Teletubbies cup with a little bit of scabby, filthy water in it. And when we see that, colour is right, you're just going to quench it very, very quickly, just quick, just to stop the heat transfer going up the screw and changing the colour. Because once it goes blue, it will very, very quickly go to grey or just a neutral colour, and you'll lose that rich, deep blue. Now all you're going to do is just put the screw just above the flame, just above. You won't be able to see it properly changing colour, but I can. Might be better practicing this just on another screw. That's it, gone to straw coloured and brown. Much more, it's going to start to go blue. There it goes. There we go. Now, I don't know whether you can see that, but that head is a lovely, deep, lustrous blue. I'll just give it a little bit just to dry it off. There we go. Lovely, deep, lustrous, and that's that easy. Literally only takes a minute to do the whole thing. This whole video, start to finish, is only a few minutes. I'll put that in the gun with your nicely ground screwdriver. No messing about here. And we'll just put it back in. The reason you use a nicely ground screwdriver is because the reason why this screw is messed up in the first place is because somebody had used a shit screwdriver, it had slipped in the head and it had gone. Now all you need to do now, a little bit of gun oil, literally on your finger, just go like that, on the other one, just a quick rub, and there we go. If you look at the two screws, they now match. And that's how to just do a very quick renovation and colour on a screw. Okay, we'll move on to someone else in a bit. Bye bye.